You're watching Canadian Muslim News on Muslim Network TV. From Toronto, Ontario, I'm Catherine Bullock. Assalamu alaikum and greetings of peace. Today, a very special day. Instead of doing our interviews in studio, we are going off-site to the Halal Expo in Mississauga. We will interview the show creator and some exhibitors. But first, some news headlines. Vatican announces dates and cities for papal visit. Ontario Green candidate quits party following dispute over Palestine-Israel. Edmonton City Council releases sweeping safety and well-being strategy. Israeli police attack mourners in Abu Akleh's funeral procession. After the Pope delivered in April an historic formal apology for the role of the Catholic Church in running Canadian residential schools, the Vatican confirms his trip to Canada. The Pope will visit 3 cities, Edmonton, Iqaluit, and Quebec City, from July 24th to the 29th. He will meet with people publicly and privately. He is expected to visit a former residential school. The Canadian Council of Catholic Bishops say in a press release that the visit will be focused on Indigenous healing and reconciliation. This is the first visit to Canada from a pope since St. John Paul II's visit in 2002. Toronto's Davenport riding is left without a Green Party representative as candidate Nafisa Ali quit Wednesday, following the party's referral to a B'nai B'rith Canada report in a public statement. Ali has released on Twitter an email conversation with unknown party correspondents over a Green Party press release that was to respond to a report on anti-Semitism published by B'nai B'rith. Ali noted Jewish criticisms of B'nai B'rith methodology, such as the use of a definition of anti-Semitism that equates anti-Semitism with criticism of Israel. Ali says that to support Israel, quote, as enacted by B'nai B'rith is Islamophobic and anti-Palestinian, and that it invalidates the Greens' stance against Islamophobia. Since the two could not reach a mutual agreement, Ali resigned from the riding. The city of Edmonton aims to make Edmonton, Alberta, the safest city in the country by 2030. The 7-point plan hopes to combat racism, crime, poverty, improve Indigenous relations, offer equitable programs and services, create safe community spaces, and well-being. Andre Corbould, the city manager, concedes during the news conference, quote, they are lofty goals. To begin, council has been asked to approve $5 million for several areas, including micro-grants to community nonprofits and funds for Indigenous shelters. Last year, several Muslim women were attacked throughout Edmonton. Israeli police assaulted Palestinian mourners today in the funeral procession of slain Al Jazeera journalist Shireen Abu Akleh in occupied East Jerusalem. Eyewitnesses told Anadolu Agency that the Israeli police attacked the funeral procession as it started from the French hospital in the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood. They added that the Israeli police surrounded the mourners and used stun grenades and batons to assault the pallbearers carrying Abu Akleh's casket. Veteran journalist Shireen Abu Akleh was covering Israeli military raids in the occupied West Bank when she was shot dead Wednesday. Palestinian officials and the Doha-based network say Israeli forces targeted her. You're watching Canadian Muslim News on Muslim Network TV, a special coverage from Toronto, Ontario. We are at the International Centre Exhibition Hall for the Toronto Halal Expo. They have over 100 brands here today. We have with us the show director, Nasir Deeb. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the show. Tell us, why is the Halal Expo important?
Well, Halal Expo Canada, it's very important for this market, particularly in North America, because the people, the companies and the industries and the suppliers and the retailers needed something to connect, something for them to be like a marketplace where they can exchange, ideas, exchange business, connect, do deals, and there's no better way than trade shows. And historically we didn't have that platform. We had ways people have to travel, have to go and meet some manufacturers. That's why, because of the growth of the halal industry in North America, that's the time we think that show is important and vital to grow that industry and make it much better and raise the standard.
What exhibitors do you have here today?
We have different kind of exhibitors that from a products of halal to a servicing of halal. So we have from the food industries, from the cosmetics, from the vitamins, etc. And also from the services, from the financial, the investment, of ethical investing and ethical finance, mortgages, etc., and all these things. And plus we have also companies that cater to that industry. If it was IT companies that help with the process, we have tourism. It's the entire ecosystem of halal under the same roof to offer a one-stop shop for all your halal products, services, needs and demands.
What is the value of the global halal industry?
Well, there are different numbers, but approximate, when the last statistics, it was estimated to be over $2 trillion industry. And it's continued to grow because of the influx and the growth of Muslims, not only in North America, but around the world, which now is estimated at 1.8 billion people.
Do you know what the value is of the halal industry in Canada?
The last time I checked, it was surpassed $2 billion. But if I would keep a closer eyes, I think just the food already passed 2 billion. But if you look at the whole industry, it's quite a big number, maybe $3 to $4 billion just in Canada alone. I'm not talking about US, which is for sure by far a much larger market than Canada.
Are all the exhibitors Muslim?
On the contrary, no. A lot of the people who invest in the halal industry are, ironically, they're not Muslim. We have like companies owned by Christian families, Jewish families, because they see the opportunity, they see the uniqueness of our industry and how it grows so fast. And they venture into it because they see a lot of benefits. And it pays well because, as you know, as a society, Muslim or Arab in general, we tend to eat more and consume more. And that's why you see a lot of the big names, big brands like Maple Leaf, Maple Lodge, Sergeant Farm. They enter that market because they see the opportunities. And as a matter of fact, we have a company from Alberta, never done any halal products, and they're just launching in our show the first halal product called Tayyibat. And because they see everybody's getting into it. And eventually, almost every company will get into it because it is a very lucrative business and a very clean products in every way possible. And that's where the future is going to be. Eventually, we go back to our ancestors and everybody will eat halal, inshallah.
So if they're not Muslim, how do they know the rules of halal?
Thankfully, we do have a good certification bodies in Canada and in also US. So they know the process. They cannot, promote or sell halal until they get properly certified through a process that goes, sometimes in a more technical way. You have to check the process, the packaging, the place where they manufacture it. If it's, have no pork or any, products that is not compliance with our Sharia. So this is where they go about it. They go through the process, through the proper certification body, and they get certified and they get inspected on a regular basis, monthly basis, to make sure they maintain the quality and the credibility of the halal products.
We have with us now Mehmet Solmas from Solmas Foods. They have mostly meat products. Welcome to the show. Assalamu alaikum. What does Solmas mean?
Solmas is our family name, and we want to honor our last name with our company is to bring our experience and knowledge and passion of the meat products and butchering into a life. So we honored our last name to the company of the company name.
What does it mean for your company to be at this Halal Expo?
Well, it means a lot to us is because first of all, being here and participating, we want to show our support that the halal market and halal community is growing, and it means a lot to us also is because we also show to everyone what products and what capabilities that Solmas food can bring and can do into halal market.
What do you expect to get out of the expo?
Yes, well, the participating to the Halal Expo, it is great opportunity, is because as I told you before, it's a growing market, and we show people all the new products, all the new things that we are preparing. We have a chance to meet with business owners, we have a chance to meet with consumers. It's a great opportunity to express ourselves with products, to tell them exactly and show them exactly how we are doing, and it's a good investment, comes with a good return.
Is this your first time in Canada?
No, we've been here, well, first of all, Solmas is a Canadian company, and we manufacture here in Toronto. It's a family owned, and this is our second time to participate in the Halal Expo. So we are a local company and produced in Canada.
Thank you very much. Up next, a conversation with Sheikh Omar Sobida from the Halal Monitoring Authority. Assalamu alaikum and welcome. Sheikh, what products does your company certify?
So we're certifying anywhere from meat products to added value products to CPGs, consumer packaged goods. Just recently got into vitamins and pharmaceuticals. And we're starting to look at cosmetics as well, and getting our feet wet within logistics.
How do you certify and monitor companies?
Well, in brief, the process is that when an applicant is going to send in their application, we are going to do an initial audit to understand what the business is all about, try and identify what we call points of concern, POCs. And then after that, we will send recommendations to the company of areas of improvement that need to be implemented. And then upon that, once they have been implemented, then we'll go and start our program after the contract has been signed and so forth. And the program is about monitoring. So we have an individual that's actually standing there, like a quality assurance individual, that's watching the entire production from beginning to end, and ensuring that it follows the guidelines that we have set out. So it's not a matter of just a one-time visit or spontaneous visit and just giving a piece of paper. No, we're there on site to ensure that everything is in compliance.
How many companies have you certified?
Well over 100.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for watching Canadian Muslim News. If you like what we do, please share, like and subscribe. Stay safe. God bless.